So, changing gears, you questioned the Secretary of State Marco Rubio earlier today before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. You asked Secretary Rubio about the possibility of using the military again in the future if the Venezuelan government doesn't comply with what the U.S. wants them to do. Here's your question and Secretary Rubio's reply.
If, for instance, they refused to give you access to the oil in the future, if they said, we're just going to keep it for ourselves, would this cause you to consider military action? And do you concede that if you're using military action simply to try to compel cooperation from the government, you absolutely need congressional authorization for that?
Look, the president never rules out his options as commander-in-chief to protect the national interest of the United States. I can tell you right now with full certainty, we are not postured to, nor do we intend or expect to have to take any military action in Venezuela at any time.
So the Venezuelan military is tasked with protecting the oil infrastructure right now because of the violence. Do you think the Trump administration's plan to get oil companies to invest in Venezuela will work without an American military presence in Venezuela, if only for security?
Yeah, I guess I don't know the answer to that question. I was really alarmed at his answer because it seems like the answer is simple. You cannot use the American military to just get a foreign government to comply with your demands absent a declaration of war that the American public supports. Right now, the Venezuelan government is complying with their demands on oil, but they don't seem to be cooperating in any other ways. There's no schedule for elections. The political prisoners are still in jail. Maduro's folks are still in charge of the country. Russia and China are still big players there. My worry, my belief, frankly, is that all that Trump really cares about is the oil. He's kind of said that over and over again. And as long as his friends in the oil industry are getting rich off of access to the oil, then he's going to let Maduro's people run the country. He's going to let Russia and China still have a stake in that country's future, and he's going to just give up on democracy and releasing the political prisoners. I think that's the game that Delcy Rodriguez, the brutal dictator of Venezuela, believes that she can play. Give Trump access to the oil and still repress dissent and do deals with foreign governments on other issues.
Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, thanks so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.